Here, I'm going to get a pencil. I want to show you the layers panel. What is unique about it? There's lots of panels in Photoshop. I need where's the brush? Here's a pencil. This pencil should work just fine. I'm not going to use a 1 size. I'm going to use about a 3 size. On the right, screen right, I have, if you notice the layers panel here has only 1 layer, because basically this is a screen grab of my live layers over here that I can do stuff to. So I can open the layers panel like that. But I thought I would just point out some of the things about a layers panel that it's good to know. For example, this is a type layer and I'm sitting on it because it's blue. It's also got some effects on it, bevel, an emboss, and a drop shadow. But this is the thing that I want you to really be aware of right here. This little miniature picture of what's on that layer 2. It's a butterfly. Below that is a flower or the camellia, and so on and so forth. This, when you see a T, it means it's an editable type layer. The other thing that's really important to understand is visibility. Visibility, if you can see a layer, it doesn't mean you're on the layer. If you can't see a layer, it doesn't mean that you're not on the layer. So you can have something that you can't see, but not realize you're on that layer and start moving it around and painting on a layer that you can't see because you don't realize it. This little lock, anything that's like from a digital camera, and also the italicized type, when it first comes in, a digital camera, stock photo, clip art, scanned art, usually comes in with the layer locked and italicized type says background. Down here is the trash can where you can throw layers and effects away. Next to that is the layer icon. You can either make a new layer or you can drag a layer into it to make a copy of that layer. This is a little file folder that you can organize things, put different layers in. This is the adjustment layers for color correction. This is the mask layer. There's different kinds of masks. This is the effects. Effects are like bevel and emboss. See the FX? There's many ways to get the effects layer. This is a link. If you have 2 or more layers selected, you can link them together. You can move them together anyway, but if you want to make sure you don't move them separately, it's not a bad idea to link them. Normal, this little drop down. Whenever you see these 2 little things anywhere in Photoshop, it means there's more stuff there. You click it and they're blend modes. This is the opacity slider. I'll give you an example of the difference between opacity and fill. They both make the elements translucent, but opacity makes everything translucent. For example, on the type layer that has effects, whereas fill will only make the words disappear, but it will leave the effects in full opacity. This is a flyout menu. There's also layers up here. There's a layer menu up here. And this is the way to shrink things down to icon size. You can open them up, close them up. You can have just icon or icon with names. It takes a while to learn the different icons. So that's the layers panel. This is the right side, screen right, where I just did a screen grab of the layers panel. Over here, if I go over here and click this tab, I've got the real deal. So there's a few things I want to show you. First of all, I want to unlock the background. Now I can move it around. Before, undo, Command Z, if you're on a Mac, Control Z if you're on a PC. If I went to the Move tool and tried to move, oh, I'm on the type layer, see? Oops. Go to the garden layer. It's going to say could not use blah, blah, blah. It's locked. Unlock it, and I can move it. Undo. I'm going to name it Garden. I'm going to name all the layers. By double clicking the word, you see that little box? When it's highlighted in blue, you can just type over it. I can type rose. I don't have to do anything else special. Highlighted in blue, camellia. I hope I spelled this right. And butterfly. And the type layer, when you type a word, it automatically puts the word in there. Sometimes there are reasons that you might want to change it, but right now let's just leave it. It's really nice. Whatever you type, then that comes up there. I'm on the butterfly layer. Let's say I want to, I decide I don't want to see what the butterfly looks like on there. So I want to move the camellia. So I'm clicking over here thinking I'm moving the camellia. But watch the butterfly thumbnail. Even though I can't see it and I'm on that layer, the butterfly is moving around the thumbnail. Because the thumbnail is like a little preview of what's going on in the layer. I can't see it, but I'm on it. Because see the blue? See the little frame? So I'm going to turn the eyeball back on and move the camellia over here a little bit. Let's say I want 2 camellias. All I have to do is drag this down to the little icon next to the trash can, and now I've got 2 camellias. I'm on the camellia copy. It says camellia copy. I'm going to move it over here. So now I have 2 camellias. The next thing I want to show you is the opacity, and I'm going to show you that on the type layer. See, it's gone. The word is gone. But if I use the fill, and it doesn't take, notice, it looks like garden. The word garden is embossed on the wall. Here's the flyout menu. Here's the layers menu. Some functions are repeated, some aren't. And here's the blend modes, which we're not going to get into now, but you can see that they're all different kinds of blend modes. And the blend mode works on the layer below it. So that's pretty much it. Over here you've got all the things circled, and over here you have your image with all of your images. And that's the basics of the layers panel.